to my apartment tour. The first thing you see is my beautiful dog Hank. But let's get back to the tour. So when you walk into my tiny little kitchen. We'll start over here, which is my coat hanger. I have some coats and purses. I have these bins here, and they just have things like my dog's leash, like my wallet and stuff to put in my purse, so when I change out bags, it's all there. I have a hat and some bags for the grocery store, and then I have most of my shoes. I do have more shoes elsewhere, and then I just have a bag there for, I think I have my dog's little cleaning towel in there and some of his coats and the baby wipes I use for his little wrinkles. So now is the actual kitchen. There's really not that much to it. I have a little apartment-sized oven over here, coffee maker, soda stream, spices, cups. I have a few plants that are left. I've gotten rid of quite a few of my plants over the years. Cups, some wine glasses. I have this, I don't know if you can see it. My coworker made me a Christmas ornament of my dog, and of course I've kept it up for 3 years. I also have this little shelf with some of my pantry items. I don't really have many real cupboards. I have like a few drawers for cutlery, plates and stuff, but there's not really any cupboards in this apartment, so I have to keep everything pretty neat and up there. I have everything labeled, even though it doesn't need to be because it's in a clear container. I just found a label maker that someone was giving away on my street, and I was so excited, so I labeled all these for free, which a label maker is so fun, but you do eventually run out of things to label make. So yeah, this is my little kitchen. Quite small, but we're gonna go over here, and it's kind of still my kitchen as well. So this is just a little bar area. We've got a couple of bar stools here. I've had them since I moved in. I just wanted something that was comfortable, that I could sit at for long times if I wanted to work there, and that looked nice. And it was actually very hard to find something that fit those requirements. Over here I have a few more drawers. I just have a junk drawer, and then like appliances, extra cups. What do I have in here? Weird things like spices, towels, all that stuff. And then I have my sad little wine rack. I have Sambuca from somewhere. I use that for espresso. I have one bottle of wine, and then I have a fine, one of these beautiful fine bottles of avocado oil. Don't know what year it is, but yeah. And then I have sunglasses. I don't know why I put sunglasses in the wine rack. It just makes sense. And then I have this Blue Boy picture that was my grandma's, that I got from a thrift store a long time ago. This is a candle my friend got me from Anthropology that I've just barely used, and I mostly use for decor. And then I have my little craft bucket for all my embroidery stuff. And the last little bit of my kitchen is my fridge and my microwave, and nothing too exciting there. I have some food storage behind there and a fruit bowl with a yam in it right now. And yeah, that's my kitchen. This is kind of the whole view of it all. It's pretty small. I do wish I had a bit bigger kitchen, but it works. A dishwasher would be nice, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with it. This is my tiny little kitchen, and let's get to the next room. So this is the next room. It is my living room, bedroom, kind of my dining room as well, because my chairs are there. It's basically the main room in my studio apartment. So let's get started in the living room because it's kind of first. So this is one of the additions I've had since my last studio tour, which is my favorite thing ever. It's a couch. I had like a love seat before that was very secondhand and very not comfortable anymore. So I'm really happy with this one because of the way my kitchen is. It was impossible to fit anything bigger than a love seat in. So this one is a couch that comes apart, like the arms comes apart, the seat, the back, the pillows, everything. So I was able to fit it through the door and fill up the space perfectly, and I love it. I can actually lay down on it and it's just so much better than what I had. And then I have, oop, I almost tripped, my favorite thing in my apartment, which is my gallery wall. I just love it. I love the way it looks. I've spent so much time on it. I have that stupid little light switch there. It's a light switch for the fan, but I usually just use the pull cord anyways, so yeah. It kind of works. It makes it more interesting, I think. I would like to think. That's my little gallery wall and my couch. Basically, my living room is there. And then over here, I have a mirror. I got that from Value Village. It was such a steal. I have this little orange crate. It has like the orange, still has like the original sticker. I put this over top to protect it because I didn't want people putting their drinks on it. It's already kind of ruined, so I put this on top. I also have a thing where where you sit has to have a place to put a drink. Not because I'm an alcoholic, but because I'm always drinking water or some beverage, and I just hate when you go somewhere and you sit down and there's nowhere to put your drink. So we made sure that this is ready for beverages. And then I have kind of all my art and design books here. And then a pillow and some blankets. That's the bottom blanket my granny knitted me. The middle one is just some cheap blanket, and the other one is from my my other grandma. So I just have those tucked away, never take them out, but they're there if I need them. And then we'll come over here to kind of the bedroom area. This is my dog Hank. He loves the sun, so he is just sitting there enjoying this weather. So here is my little trunk. This trunk was my mom's. She used to move around a lot when she was a kid, so she had to put everything she owned into this trunk to move. These are some plants. I got that big cactus from Home Depot for $35. He's actually had another stalk and he was looking a lot better, but he's a bit upset, and I think I fixed it, but he's not at his former glory. And then some random little succulents and cactuses. And then this little bench was, it says, "This little bench is mine. I use it all the time to reach the things I couldn't and lots of things I shouldn't." My grandma's brother made that for me, made a bunch of them, and she got me one as a kid. And then we have Hank's little stairs. He has a dysplaciated kneecap, which the vet said it's not bad. It doesn't hurt him, but he can make it worse by jumping from hard to soft things. He hates using the stairs. He can jump to the bed, so he uses it sometimes. So I think it's better than nothing, but yeah, I wish he would use the stairs more, but he's a rebel. And then speaking of Hank, we have his little feeding area. Nothing too exciting. Water, food, more food in the bin, and a little mat so he can make a mess and I don't have to clean it up. And then yeah, that's that part of my room. Over here I have my bookshelf way up there. We have this poster. I get a lot of compliments on it, but it's honestly just a poster from Amazon in a gold IKEA frame. So I think it looks nice, but yeah, it was definitely not expensive, and I like the way it turned out. I've had that plant for ages. I honestly just have that plant there because these aren't centered, so it makes it look, I can't stand when things aren't centered, but that plant helps it. The walls are really weird here because this is a really old building. I think it's about 120, I don't know how old it is. It's old. So some of the, what do you call them? The studs are just misplaced, like not even, if they're even there. This is like an addition to a big house. It was like a big house that's turned into apartments, so some things are just a bit weird about it. Yeah, so this is where I sit to do my makeup. I have some books, some makeup stuff. All my makeup is in these drawers and a few of these. The rest of that is paper. I have my air filter because, like I said, old apartment, it gets very dusty in here. And then I have a little stool I use to sit on to do my makeup and that kind of thing. So yeah, this is kind of the living area. With that, all of this big room, and then I'm gonna go over to this section because this is kind of, I have more books here. This is kind of like an office area as well. I have this little hope chest. It was my mama's, my grandma's. My mom was just getting rid of it or looking for somewhere to find it. I don't think she wanted to get rid of it. And I was like, that'll fit perfect. It was in my old place as well. It's probably not the most practical thing to have in here for storage. You can like fill it with, like, it's a bin, you can fill it with stuff, but I'm sure a shelf or something like that would make more sense. But I really like it. So we have that there. We have a few things for my Etsy orders. We have my Cricut, and we have this ginormous cutter that I use for making my planners and stuff like that. I have an Etsy shop as well, so that's why I have all these silly little things in my apartment. We have this, which my brother got for me from Value Village, which is a thrift store. It looks like my dog. It looks like I paid to get a picture of my dog in a fedora and glasses. That was a card I thought was funny. That was my aunt's, and then just a couple other things I have from traveling. I have a London tube map. I lived in London for a couple of years, and I always just thought the tube was super interesting and the history behind it, so I thought that would go well because above here I have, it doesn't really show up well, I have a map of, not a map, this is like the, what's it called, blueprints. I always want to call them green prints, I don't know why. These are the blueprints for the house I grew up in that my grandparents built. That, yeah, I had this really boring job that I had a bunch of time, so I spent the year, not a year, I spent some time making the blueprints into a poster and gave them to my family for Christmas gifts. The house was ripped down, that's why I thought it would be appropriate to make the posters. It's the Vancouver way, there's nothing wrong with the house, but it was. To the rest of my office, it seems really dark in here, even though the light is weird. Let's just take a second to adjust. So yeah, this area is under the stairs for part of my building, so it can be a bit noisy if people are like stomping up and down stairs, but I did a video on this on the wallpaper for this back wall. Ooh, I almost fell over. I think it makes it look just so much nicer. Over here I have my monitor, keyboard, laptop stand. I have it on a book just so it's the same, sorry my floors are a bit squeaky, same level here. And then underneath I have my Etsy order stuff, just some envelopes, some plastic cases, business cards, envelopes, that kind of thing. I think I said envelopes twice. Keyboard, lens cover, and then I have this mouse pad with my family's dog. She's passed away now, but yeah, that was her on their little beautiful photo. And then I have this pegboard with a bunch of stuff for, I don't know, my Cricut and tape and everything I need, some stamps, some pliers, ruler, just stuff that I want to put up somewhere. And this kind of fits perfectly. Look at that fit. I have a random door that doesn't go anywhere, that's closed. And above here I have my little fake garland thing. I'm not usually big into fake flowers, but it was just a bit boring back here, and I think that made it a bit nicer. Over here I have my button maker, my wire binder. Whenever I have people over, they are always like, what are those things? And yeah, those are kind of weird things to have in your apartment. So button maker to make like little button pins, wire binder to make wire bound books because I make planners for my Etsy shop, and then a printer, some extra envelopes and stuff. And then over here I have, this bin is all like painting and art stuff. I think I have some charcoal there. And then underneath that's a little easel with more art stuff in it. I have some painting books that were my aunt's and they were getting rid of them, and I was like, those are kind of cool. Yeah, I'll take them. And then yeah, some sketchbooks, more card stuff. Yeah, and that is all sitting on my dresser, and under there I have my gel nail painting stuff. So that is basically my little office area. It's quite small, but it works for me. I had my office in the main room before and it was just a bit too much working next to my bed. So over here I have my closet. I have this nice pink curtain so when I'm on meetings no one can see. I have just things hung. It's not very neat, but whatever. And then I have more drawers. That's kind of like casual clothing, gym stuff, t-shirts, pajamas, things like that go there. And then I filled my hamper with all the stuff I had laying around that I didn't want to film, so there it is. And then a vacuum, extra toilet paper, house coat. But we just go like this and no one needs to see it. Okay, and then last but not least, we have the bathroom. It is very small and very blue. When I've done my other apartment tours, I always said that this was my least favorite room, but I really do like the blue. It's so much brighter and so much more interesting in this bathroom now. Yeah, this bathroom is really tiny. I haven't done this, but if I laid on the floor, I think I could touch all sides with my arms and legs. I also found this. This is a recent addition and look how well that fits. So that is probably the best purchase I made in 2023. It's just, I have some extra stuff in there because the only storage in this bathroom is that thing. So this, the fit, 10 out of 10. And then just some plants. I have this little stall shower. It's just a shower, not very exciting. And this panel, it gets kind of dark in there, so I got this one with a little mesh window to see a bit better in there. And yeah, these walls you can see here are like super textured. This isn't even like the worst part of it. And we have like weird things like this, so I kind of just thought the bright blue would brighten it up and kind of give like, kind of looks like Greece or something. I went to the city in Morocco, Chefchaouen, and it was all blue like this too. I'm just gonna go here and show some of the texture in the wall. And then over here, like this is really rough. I love the way it turned out. A lot of people gave me a lot of good tips on what to do with the bathroom. I didn't listen to any of them. I painted it blue, but yeah. We just have blue and white. We have that. That's kind of floor color. I don't know if I could handle a white bath mat. And my beautiful little shelf that I love so much. It fits so perfectly. I can't, like, what is this? Magic. So yeah, that's my little bathroom and the last room in my house. Okay, so I just wanted to hop in here at the end with little Hank because he wasn't in this video enough. I wanted to first of all say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed snooping around my little apartment. My apartment, it is 300 square feet about. That's what my property manager told me. I feel like it might be a bit bigger than that. It is pretty small. I pay about $1,000 a month, which is a very, very good deal, especially where I live in Vancouver. I moved in here about 5 years ago, so when I moved in, it was definitely a good deal for rent, and now it is even more of a good deal. So I did do a studio tour about 1.5 years ago, and I don't know if too much has changed besides like the couch and the bathroom I painted blue, but I really wanted to document how my apartment looks now because I'm going to be moving, not out of this place, but I'm going to be moving some of my stuff into an art studio. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a while. Because I do pay so little in rent, it doesn't really make sense to go get a bigger place because I will be paying way more for like a little bit more space, if that. So yeah, because I have such a good deal, I want to get an art space, and that way I can have a place to work. I can do all of my work and close the door and not worry about making a mess. It would also be nice to leave the house a bit more because I do freelance design and I'm working from home a lot. So it will be nice to have a place that I can go and work and little Hank will be able to come to work with me too. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love if you subscribed, and I would love if you came and followed along on my moving journey, because my journey, I hate saying the word journey. I would love if you would follow along because I am going to be having a few moving videos coming up, and yeah, I'm excited to move into a studio. It's something I've wanted for so long, and it's finally time. I have too much stuff in here. It's time to move, and I hope you'll join us and follow along for my studio moving videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.